Let's start with the Prime Minister of Hungary's recent visit to Moscow. That has very much changed the dynamics. There's a quote here. Let's begin. Due to Prime Minister Orbán's recent visit to Moscow, President Nawrocki has limited his trip to the V4 summit in Esztergom. That's according to a spokesperson. Now, this has underscored tensions within Central Europe over Ukraine and Russia. Now, with the Visegrád group facing policy fractures, the December 3rd summit will test the bloc's cohesion on security, energy, and European cooperation. And now joining us to analyze it further is Krzysztof Dębiec Senior Fellow at the Central European Department Center for Eastern Studies. So let's begin with exactly that quote. And how significant is this, Krzysztof, that the president of Poland is not having that bilateral with Mr. Orbán?
Well, I think it's positive in the sense that Poland sends clear signal that both its prime minister and its president stand the same firm line of opposition against Russia, of opposition to such direct and such close ties kept with Russia by Orbán administration since full-scale invasion of Russia on Ukraine. It also gives us a certain picture of where the Visegrád Four stands now, basically. It's no longer a format, if ever it was in the past. But surely now it's no longer a format that speaks with one voice in the EU, that speaks with one voice on crucial questions. In the past, it used to be a format where all its members, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Poland, and Hungary, supported each other in the path towards the EU and towards NATO. Both its targets were reached for all its members by 2004. And basically, since 2004, there is an ongoing discussion about the sense for some deeper meaning for Visegrad cooperation, searching for new concrete, tangible targets.
Mm-hmm. So interesting points there. And I think this whole Visegrád Four, that's the framework, that's the grouping, as you mentioned, they're changed. It's very much also connected to politics and the governments of their time. Now, we spoke to, actually yesterday, former Hungarian Foreign Minister, Mr. Balázs, and I'm just quoting here what he told us yesterday. I want to get your view on it. He told me, governments come and go, but the Visegrád framework remains a durable structure built on deep historical and political ties. So what do you make of that statement? Specifically, I'm referring here to the relation between Poland and Hungary and all this. What do you make of Mr. Balázs's statement there?
Yeah, I mean, of course, the Visegrad cooperation, the highest political level, is at its low. There's no discussion about that. And but it also has to be stressed that Visegrad cooperation is much more than that. During the over 30 years of its existence of Visegrad cooperation, some more formats were developed. The cooperation discussions between parliamentarians, deputy senators, also I myself as a think tanker, we discuss with our friends from all other three Visegrad countries, and these are often very friendly and open and valuable discussions for all of us. Since 2000, there exists International Visegrad Fund, which is the only regional permanent institution which supports cooperation between societies of the countries, between NGOs, between experts, carrying out a lot of local initiatives as well. That's surely something to be thought about when we talk about the crisis of Visegrad cooperation. It's a crisis of political dimension. That's one thing, and the other thing is that we are basically where we are in terms of geography, and no matter what government there is in Prague, Budapest, or Bratislava, we have to find ways of talking over some discussions, some topics which are of regional importance, of trans-border, which deal with
Krzysztof, let me jump in there for a minute there. You said also, I mean, the fund, that's an interesting component for sure. But I think on some of the issues of the day, this is where the question will come in. If it's on energy, there's a different policy, what Hungary is pursuing, what Poland is pursuing, what the Czech Republics are doing. On Ukraine, it also seems different. So where do you see the most challenge, and which areas do these countries still have, let's say, a foundation, a pillar of working together towards? Anything significant, or has the V4 really, let's say, become something archaic, or do you still see its relevance somehow?
Of course, the meaning of Visegrad cooperation is, in this geopolitical sense, is much lower than it used to be. While I would also argue that it has, since 2004, it's basically never been very significant anyway. But since 2022, with challenges of security and relating to the war in the country that borders on Poland and Slovakia, and Hungary, by the way. And with Finland and Sweden having joined NATO, Poland, on this crucial topic of international relations sphere, is much closer now with the Baltic states and Scandinavian partners than with Budapest and Slovakia. So surely on this crucial topic, we are now much more looking towards the north than towards the south. However, there are some topics where we still can and do cooperate with our regional partners, with other Visegrad countries among them. And these are, for example, related to climate and climate policy goals. In the beginning of November this year, the Environment EU Council voted on 2040 climate targets, and the only 4 countries opposed to them were accidentally the Visegrád Four countries. There's also a discussion on multi-annual financial framework going on, where Visegrad countries, together with Romania and Bulgaria and probably also Croatia, are among the countries supporting more generous spending.
All right, so it does sound to me then there are still areas that there can be cooperation, but as you said, it has shifted, with Poland still being the major one in all that alignment and across the wider region. Look, we'll have to close it there. Thank you so much for all those insights. Krzysztof Dębiec, much appreciated. And thank you for watching. That concludes World Talks, but stay right here for much more news and commentary on TVP World. Bye.